Good day, Pinay Clixers and Mixers. Welcome back to the channel. This will complete the first round of Heroclix Iconix. Let's go! Okay, so we are looking at Heroclix Iconix, Dungeons and Dragons, Cave of the Owlbears. And you can see how terrifying the concept of an owl bear can be in the image in the front. Okay, so with the bait of I don't know what that is, seems like a liver. Okay, and on the side we have here the figure, the mummy owl bear. On the left side, the same mummy owl bear, but we also have a baby owl bear at the back and the ring of telekinesis. Okay, so just a quick description, specifically made for you. The collector Iconix captures the characters and moments that you love and brings them to your game shelf, play table, or Heroclix collection. Okay, and this one has a lot of good stuff. Okay, so definitely the ring of TK is for playing, but the owlbears themselves might just be for collection. Okay, you can scan the QR code here to go to Heroclix Iconix or play D&D using this QR code. Okay, so this has been released recently, but the pre-orders has been going on for a long time, so there's been a delay to this Iconix owlbear. Okay, and this wraps up the first batch of the D&D Iconix with the beholder, the displacer beast, and now the owlbear. Okay, so maybe next year we'll get to see the people for the D&D. Okay, but let's open it up. So there's a display window here. What you see is what you get. So we can see the figures here. And the owlbear is a large monstrosity, unaligned. Monstrous amalgamations of giant owls and bears. Owlbears are fiercely territorial hunters and will attack almost anything that crosses their path without provocation. There is little, if anything, that a hungry owlbear fears. Okay, so Dungeons and Dragons Heroclix Iconix Cave of the Owlbears brings the otherworldly mysticism and malevolent intelligence of these creatures directly to your Heroclix collection for the very first time. Quote, "The only good thing about owlbears is that the wizard who created them is probably dead." From Sharshal Ravenshadow, known professor of transmutative science at Morgrave University. Okay, I don't know who that is. But you can see the packaging is really nice. Okay, it's like a wood panel but destroyed here just to see the window of the character. So let's go ahead and open this Iconix. I might probably get a beholder because the one that I had before I had to sell and was not I did not care about getting another one, but since I have a displacer beast and now I have an owlbear, I might just have to complete them. Okay, so we have here the cards. Let's put the box here. Okay, so we have the cards. As I said, this one is for game. This one maybe playtest for casual. Okay, or yeah, 15 points is not so bad actually. Okay, and mystical. Okay, that makes sense. So let's take a look first before we judge. Don't judge of clicks by the forums or by the Facebook post. We can evaluate them ourselves as we read the cards. Okay, so we have the ring of telekinesis. Okay, there's a ring on top of a pillow, on top of a pile of gold. And then we have a D20 die. We rolled 15, that's good. And then we have the Baby Owlbear. That's so cute. Okay. Baby Owlbear here. Okay, and then we have the Mommy Owlbear. Okay. Woot woot woot. Woot woot. Twit-too. My kids love our storybook about owls. The little deer, it's entitled, but there's an owl there. Twit-too. Okay. Anyway, enough with that. Let's look at the cards. The Ring of Telekinesis, the NDX, S004, Equipment, Indestructible, Mystical, and Warriors are the qualifying keywords. So you equip them for free if you have those, or pay 10 points if you do not. Effect is Telekinesis is free, but only to place terrain markers. Perplex, but only to target a character adjacent to a terrain marker. This character plays this turn, regardless of range and line of fire. Okay, so I would have loved it if it really did give TK, not just TK for terrain markers. Okay, or costed TK at least. Okay, but nonetheless, it is still powerful. A lot of the World Championship teams utilize this figure. Okay, so as I said, you can you can opt not to pay the cost if you have those keywords, Mystical and Warriors. And the Owlbear themselves have the Mystical, so they can actually use it for free. Like this Baby Owlbear, the NDX 005. Okay, if you're only for 15 points, so if you have the Ring of TK, that's 10 points off. So you're like paying 5 points for this, I guess. Distress Cub is the trait. At the beginning of your turn, if an opposing character is within 4 squares, you may roll a d20. And on 15 and plus, Vengeful Parent generate a D&D X004 Owlbear on... There's a typo there. There. Red starting line. And Baby Owlbear can't use this trait for the rest of the game. After resolutions, unless a 20 was rolled, turn that Owlbear to click number 8. Okay, so it goes to a red starting line. Okay, and Baby Owlbear can use this trait. After resolutions, unless a 20 was rolled, turn that Owlbear to click number 8. So number 8. Okay, would have been better if it's number 9. It's much stronger. Okay. So, because it's 50 points if you KO this, so very, very situational, I guess. So, be careful bringing out the Mommy Bear. And the second trait is Hungry. When an adjacent friendly character with the animal keyword heals, after resolution, heal Baby Owlbear the same number of clicks. Okay. So, yeah. So, I would imagine if an animal character and the Owlbear is adjacent to heart-shaped herb, the animal they will both heal one, and then since the animal heal one, the Owlbear would heal another one. Okay, only 4 points though, 4 clicks rather of life, so it's very easy to KO. But that's a very reducer, which is toughness, so not so bad. Sidestep, shape change, and Blade's Claws. There's a bit of survivability there. And the Mommy Owlbear is Monstrosity, Animal, Brute, Monster, Mystical keywords. A couple of trait, Keen Sight, and Smell. If no opposing character are within 4 squares in line of fire of Owlbear, when Owlbear uses charge, they do not have speed. Okay, that makes sense. So full movement charge if no one is within 4. And Predator and Prey. When a friendly character with the animal or monster keyword KOs an opposing character, after resolutions, that character may use regeneration as free. Okay, and that's a map-wide effect. So you can have some shenanigans there. By the way, this too does not seem to be unique. So you can definitely use multiple Owlbears if you like. And then we have at the back, that's it. Various real name, Monster Manual 2014 is a significant appearance. Okay, so again, the verdict is they seem to be playable, or well, at least these two. This one can be in your, since since it generate, okay, so okay, generate. So since it's generate, then this doesn't go into the sideline. So yeah, I would imagine depending on the situation, you can still bring in the Owlbear. Okay, for that 10 attack with toughness. Anyway, that's my thoughts. It's a good Iconix, which is rightfully so. A reason to buy non-blind products is always good, and non-Marvel, non-DC really makes it worthwhile. Okay. By the way, before we wrap up, this one is created 2024, but released 2025. Okay. Anyway, share your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, bye.